And a one. And a 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
It's too bad it might start this way because we had a great conversation about
Jesus.
everything from our Lord
Slavery.
Jesus Christ, slavery for torture, medieval
Yeah.
interrogation tactics. But
Yeah.
now we shall resume in a much more calmer scenery and talk about more
Uh,
socially acceptable stuff.
Like
that sounds good. Yeah,
politics
that's
and
the term.
Donald Trump.
As a fact, promised my dear fiance I wouldn't talk about politics, so don't get me started. Don't get me started.
I won't get anyone started. The other guy, he would like go on a tantrum if if he were here.
Oh, okay, I see.
No. He's a good
Maybe.
guy. He's a good guy, but he has strong political point of views, like most
Uh,
people do. So,
yeah, but I get that.
but
You don't necessarily have to be a bad person to have some really interesting opinions about politics. I won't say more than that. Yes.
Ah,
so
that
let's
sounds
avoid
beautiful.
the P word, the other P word.
The other, that's a lot. I
That's,
do have a
Yeah.
list, Adnar, of words and topics we should avoid.
all right, right.
Yeah, that's maybe more
Let's
important than the actual bullet points that we are going to talk about.
okay,
The,
Yes.
okay.
the
Let's
things that
go
are
with the
not on the table.
topics to avoid. Michael, please, my fellow co-host, please show me your ways.
Well, topics to avoid in these circumstances would be anything to do with sexual or non-sexual orientation. Stay clear of that. The other thing we would not like to talk about is any sorts of old school German war tactics or what they may or may not have done.
Hell is that a subject to avoid? Who talks about that?
That is oddly specific, Michael, but yes, well, that's something to avoid this this evening, isn't it?
I like German
You know,
warfare. It's my favorite subject of the day.
Yeah.
well,
Now he can't use his lexicon of German war tactics.
speaking about war tactics, I actually really rather enjoy uh, the mid-age the mid-aged age is a warfare tactics of the old Japanese nation. That's beautiful. They were beautiful.
That yes, I think if we okay, we can do war tactics and politics if it's like 500 years ago or more. I think that's pretty clear. So yes, the
My favorite
Japanese
protagonist is
medieval war
Adolf
tactics.
Hitler.
That's all good. No, that is too racist, Adnan. You can't do that. No Hitler off the table.
Okay, Hitler is off the
Well,
table. But
it's
what about
only okay. It's only okay to talk about Hitler if we acknowledge him as a beautiful Austrian painter instead of a German warlord. Or even
Exactly.
I like the
Let's
times
focus on
when
the
he
painter
was a
part,
male
okay?
boy.
Nothing more about that. What?
I like the time
What was
when
that?
I like the time when he was a male boy, in the army, just strolling around. Someone could have shot him and done stuff, but he just like, here, man, he's a paper. I gotta go.
Yeah, but I've heard about that also. What
Most
was
people
it?
forget about that part of his life where he just wasn't anything in
soldier.
the armor. He was just like a male boy on the
Yeah,
war field.
Elvester. You're right. You know, the other thing I enjoyed about our young Austrian painter's youth is when he was just a mere angry schoolboy who didn't like his father.
Daddy issues
Yeah.
does that to you sometimes.
Exactly. So remember this. Let this be a lesson. Respect your father, or you may slay an entire nation.
Remember, be kind to your kids, but yeah.
Be kind to your kids, and they might kill a million Jews or more.
Lessons to live by. Certainly.
All right,
That's
guys.
the moral of the story.
I think we've gone to two heavy subjects into this. Like,
Yeah, I thought the point was to avoid
Aren't you,
that.
aren't you a master of something? Can you just bleep us out or edit it so it sounds cool and less racist?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think I can. I think I just
Exactly.
need to cut this whole thing entirely just to avoid trouble. Okay,
But
Give me a second, guys.
yeah, no problem.
no prob. All right.
Good.
So I've been drawing this whole time while I've been here in Proto. It looks ugly. I'll admit that. It's like I don't know what I'm drawing even, but I'm using the mouse as a challenge.
Oh, is that the visual elements for the
Well,
non Spotify or
it's quite
SoundCloud listeners are
it's quite
getting?
difficult as it's okay. I'm making it slightly more prettier. Now I can see more of the screen now by just cutting away a little bit of Discord, adding a little bit of this and that. And now all I've drawn is one guy with what looks to be pointy hair, another guy with a pointy hair with a closed mouth, and a animal cartoon character with a cigarette or a blunt in its mouth, smoking it.
So what's going on? I just came back, and what are you talking about?
Oh, we're
I
just
heard
talking
something
about what I've been doing while we've been talking nonsense this whole time, and
I heard about animals smoking blunts.
of course
Yeah.
you would hear
Yeah,
about
you
that.
pretty much
part.
got the highlight. That's for sure.
Like
So I
I
need to say something.
yeah.
Smoking marijuana is not okay. It is, however, very cool.
Okay.
It's not okay.
No.
But it's I think this topic is
No,
not for
it's-
the viewers, but it could be in another time period or in an altered reality where everything is acceptable and everyone is nice to each other.
How
Now
about
coming,
that?
now coming back to you live is Atna podcast with cousin. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's the question is advice?
A good intro. I like that.
All I can say
So-
is
Let's not to take your throne or anything or decide what we're gonna do or not do, but let's get into some of the topics you were talking about. You were talking to me earlier about Adna. You were Yeah, some,
since
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
all
Come on,
are,
you're the host. You
all
got
right. What
you
about?
are I'm only the co-host.
Of course, I can't have all the heavy lifting. We have already tackled all the no words in this podcast so far, and
we did all of them.
well, majority of
Definitely.
them. Only thing is left is to talk about equality of sex and yeah,
Yes.
and
Equal
racial
rights.
and we already tackled some racial standards somewhat through slavery, and I don't know.
We weren't tackling any standards. We were just being racist. That's right.
That's right. We are
Oh,
really
It's
all,
true.
all
It's true.
Icelanders are racist, but they are just oblivious when it comes to those subjects.
Well, we have those kinds of oblivious racists here in Denmark too. Where it's kind of like the phenomenon Karen, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like downplayed at everywhere. You see, everybody is like this closet racist, but they
I-
decided for them because of the culture we have. It's culturally acceptable to be kind of. We have a saying in Denmark that's called hyggeracist. So that's actually
Höger
just
racist, mental racist.
directly. No, it's directly translated to be like a cozy racist. It's okay.
Hyggelig.
Yeah,
Oh,
damn
hyggelig. Oh.
Damn it. What more related to that? Yes.
So it's like it's okay as long as it's inside and the house's rules, or if it's between friends, or it's kind of listed like an old joke or an old stereotype. Then it's it used to be enforced, but nowadays I'm so sorry. I've been drinking a lot of beer, but I don't care.
It's cool.
But
It's good for the views.
nowadays I feel because it's not a long time ago I was back in the school bench re-educating myself as one must in these trying times.
Yes, maybe. I don't know.
So I realized that those times they're long gone. Back in I don't remember. Adna, do you remember going to
Yeah.
like your elementary school or regular school back when you were like 11 or 10 or 12?
Yeah, I was
All these
almost
kind-
murdered.
Good time.
Good time. Good time. I beat a guy with a scooter.
Yeah. Oh, I remember you told me that one.
It's a fantastic
sheesh.
story. It's a story about standing up to a friend who got bullied, and I just
It's all about justice and revenge and just pure action and beauty.
I wish that I could just
Pretty
animate
much.
that my life story so that people could see how epic it was, or at least
I mean,
how I
that's
interpret
draw
it
my
through
life material right there. 'Cause I'm just saying, sitting on a little gold mine
But,
right there.
but as I was saying, to go back to the topic, I
Yeah.
feel like
Right,
today that the educational system and the general public has been better to especially in Denmark, tone down those stereotypes and jokes. But it's gone the other way around, where people are being racist, but not being racist, and they're being, let's say, they're being. I don't know how to say this in English. It's a tricky way of
Yeah.
thinking, but it's like they're being really oblivious about them being racist, but it's okay as long as they stand up for the people and the minority group which they don't represent, and as long as they do that publicly and loud enough, it's okay for them to be this closet racist, hygge racist I told you about earlier. So it's like it's getting worse. People in Denmark they're all Karens actually.
like
Not all of them, but there's a lot of them
like
lurking around.
like
Yeah, that's it seems like a similar effect going on around here. What are you saying on?
well, I'm just saying on Iceland we just don't like tourists. You know, it's like if
Okay, that's it.
like legit. If I talk to
Closet
an
racist thing to say.
if I talk to an Icelander, they're like, I don't like tourists, and we're not closet racist. We just say it up front, like, dude.
Nobody likes tourists. We don't like tourists. There's the difference between tourists and minority groups, and immigrants.
Like tourists are like
Yeah.
people who think they own the country and can do whatever they want. Like
Well, they are not wrong. They paid to be there.
no.
Well,
They may be paid to
That's
be
true.
there,
That's
but
true.
they are not following the law. Like standing in the middle of the street trying to take a picture of a small ass church. Like, oh, it's a small ass church. I'm gonna stand right
So
here
you
where the
want to tell- you
traffic
want to
is.
tell me right now. You want to tell me right now that on a regular day in a busy town, a busy street in Iceland, people don't stop in the middle of the street. They don't do that. That's just
No.
socially unacceptable.
That is socially unacceptable. It's a small town. The
A small town. You have big
and there was
cities, right?
literally a sidewalk in front of the
Yeah,
church. There was a sidewalk there, just in front of them.
I think you're just being petty. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, I was just.
Yeah. That was a pet. That was a petty argument.
Why is that a petty argument? They
because
are
people do
breaking
that
the
up.
law, and
Old people do that.
and
People with families do that.
people are driving there,
Yeah,
and
I
they're
mean,
not
that's kind of
noticing the car. At least walk away before someone's honking the goddamn honker.
Well, maybe that's Iceland's fault for having less urban territory. You have a lot of unpopular territory in Iceland. It's just volcanoes and rocks.
No.
That's not incorrect.
We are not just volcanoes and rock. We just have a
have
new,
time.
recently made volcano who's slowly growing and expanding.
Yeah,
I
but
remember-
that's
I
still
remember
going on,
recently-
man.
I remember recently watching a video of people just cooking their hot dogs and bread because there was fucking molten rocks and lava in Iceland.
Yeah,
'Cause That's
yeah.
a regular.
One guy tried to find an egg, and his pot just smelted and fell into the lava.
Like, you know what?
Yes.
We have a thing in the north and in Scandinavia and Europe. We have the thing where it's cool and it's calm and it's quiet. But then we have Iceland, which is so fucking wild and tropic all the time with volcanoes and mountains and shit.
You can't even. Denmark doesn't even have a mountain.
good
They just have hills.
We don't have any. Denmark doesn't hills. Denmark is a flat ass. We have nothing.
Yeah.
There's like we have fields, we have cities, we have water, and we have forest, and we have some more cities, and we have a lot of fields. There's a lot of farming going on in this country.
That's
It's
true.
all
That's
about
true.
it's all about farming here. Denmark has always been about farming.
Well,
It used to be a proud once, like 1,000 years ago, 2,000
1,000 years ago, we were proud farmers, and we like to smoke weed and booze every day, bro.
Yeah.
Centuries
It
ago,
was
when I was just a mere lad, centuries ago, millennia ago, when Denmark was a proud but divided country, with lots of earls and small kings and farmers and great cows. Oh yes, we had great cows. We had buffalo.
And buffalo. Dairy.
and but at some point, people wanted to fight more and farm less, and they started dying.
I
And
love
some guy
fighting.
from and at some point, some guy from Norway came to Denmark that came to Norway and invented some kind of dumb ship that could sail all the way to England and steal their shit. And there was less farming and more shit stealing. Before, you know what? Before that, before we were going to England, we were actually going the other way. We were going to Russia,
Mother Russia. Hey.
Mother Russia, the old Rus Vikings. We were stealing their shit.
Uh,
It's all about stealing shit.
I like
So, I
how
mean, we have-
humble lifestyle
That
the
is a nice
Danes
summary.
had. So you were asking me a question. Okay, Michael, go. You're gonna ask me a question, right?
I didn't say shit.
All right. But I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. I like how Danish had a humble beginning, Michael. While Iceland were like, "You are exiled. Go away."
Well, you cannot.
Pretty much. Go away. And then like, okay, fine, we'll go away. What we're gonna find? I don't know. We're just sailing over. And then we find this.
Iceland weren't really exiled. It was just a colony of people who had other beliefs that wanted to move to a different place to
No.
practice those beliefs.
The Norwegian king was super paranoid, bruh. Like, one of my ancestors were like, "Yo, I'm your kingsman," and because
One of your ancestors. That's my ancestor too. You dimwit.
no, that's from my mother's side of the family, not my dad's side.
Well, fuck your mom.
Hey, shut
Your
up.
mom is beautiful. I love you.
She's
I
a
love you.
nice person. How dare you
She's
say
a nice-
that?
Well,
She gave
I
you a
didn't say
hug,
it.
damn it.
Yeah, man. Don't mess with Rabba, man. Damn. She is freaking awesome, man.
it was nothing personal. It was just that's the way you say it. Because don't mention your mother in a general conversation.
Yeah.
You're a grown ass man.
Yeah, I know. But anywho, we're talking about Vikings and we're talking about the origin of Iceland, and we're gonna talk about the fact that the Norwegian king tried to execute my family, just because he got paranoid.
Yeah, what the hell,
I love
Harold?
this.
That was kind of an asshole move of you.
You're starting a war with Norway right now. Fuck
No.
King Harold.
No. They blackmailed Iceland to become Christians. That's what they happened.
You know who blackmailed the Danish
really
to become
much.
Christian? You know what actually happened. Denmark was actually a pretty cool country, being pretty cool and Viking and shit. But then we had a king who was a boy
Who
got
was
his
it,
ass
boy?
kicked- who got his ass kicked in France.
I don't want
Then
more.
France
He got
came-
his ass
then
kicked in
France
France
came along.
out of all the places.
Of all the places, he got his ass kicked in France as a boy, and they just came along. It's like, hey, Denmark, want to be Christian? No, we killed your king. Did you kill our king? No, but he's Christian. All right, let's be Christian.
That's pretty much how that went.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how Iceland became Christians. All right, so my old man, Ace Crimson, came over to Norway, and
You need to.
That's right. Okay.
he
You need to respect your foreign listeners. People didn't hear that. They just heard a bunch of noises. What was his name? The name of your ancestor?
Egil Skallagrimsson.
Yeah, but now it's clear to everyone.
Yes, nice.
Yeah, but I should-
Egil,
everyone.
basically, he's called Egil Boldgrim, son.
See, that's really rather non-impressive.
But here is the thing. He went to Norway with all the kids of the chieftains in Iceland, and the king of Norway like, yo, we're gonna have party over here. And then out of nowhere, my ancestor got challenged by a random guy, and they have not met the Norwegian king so far. And this is all in the history textbook, so whatever we got, that's the only information so far. Anywho, now then, he got challenged by this rando in a swimming competition of all the things. And my main man was like, I'm gonna win this. This rando got nothing on me. And then he tried to swim. And then he noticed, this man is super fast. I gotta actually try over here. And then he goes swimming and swimming and swimming. And then he lost and is like super pissed. So one evening, he decides to assassinate the guy in the middle of the night. I want to
Wait, I
find...
need to interrupt you.
What?
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
It's 4:20. I need to do something. I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah, no problem.
So we put pause on the assassination.
Yeah, miss. We'll leave it at the assassination. He lost at the swimming competition and got so salty
They
that
tried.
he.
Have you? Oh, that's good because it's 4:20 and I have rituals, so I'm
Yep.
done. Let's do it.
What?
Okay, cool.
What? Is he doing a ritual? Is he done?
I'm done with the ritual. It's 4:21. It's the moment's passed.
All right. All
Do
right.
you need to explain? Do you need to explain what I just did?
No. You don't
I
need to.
don't. I don't.
You don't have to do that. If it's a private matter, it's a private matter. You do you, baby.
That's not a private matter. I just need to. I just need to choke the fucker. You know, you can fill my pipe with some magic herbs, and just feel good for a second. So it's not. It's
All
not
right,
a private
all
matter.
All
It
right.
should be everybody. It's a legal matter. Well, it's not here, but it should be. Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, Michael.
So, what does
So,
anyone else knows?
do you remember the story so far that we were talking about?
Yes, assassination and swimming contest and being pissed, and he lost.
Yeah. So, okay, we're in the assassination this part of the story. So he goes over there.
Okay, good.
And he's ready with a sword in his hand, and he's gonna go stab the guy. But then, out of nowhere, two guards grab him from behind. It's like, and then the guy just get out of bed and says, "You fool! I was a king all along, and now that you declared war on me, either your country," he convinced the other chieftains' children to become Christians, or you all die, and we attack Iceland. And he's like, "Okay, I'll try. I don't know what we're gonna happen."
See, so you, no one's better. Christianity kicked the shit out of everybody.
But
That is true.
That is the. But that's not.
Like
That's
everybody,
not.
there's a lot of people having a great time at some point and somewhere, like 2,000 years ago. Some people got abducted, and some guy he freed the Jews, and somebody did that, and at some point another guy was born. And he was supposed to be a king, and everybody just had a good time. But then, at some point, the old gods and everybody, they just got their ass kicked because this guy, he died and became Christianity. It was all about God. The Jews was all about God. Everybody was all about David's God, the first God. But then Jesus died, and it became all about Jesus Christ and Christianity, and him becoming God and becoming as God and the new God and besides God and whatever. And everybody who's just having
Whatever he's
their
about.
own, the Roman people, the Greek people, and the northern people, they're just having fun with their gods, their old gods, the true gods, and they just got their ass kicked by Jesus. Literally, Jesus kicked the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, that is a very direct way to say that, but pretty much.
All I gotta say is we just gave up too easily because we're passive people. And,
But you know who didn't give up? The Romans, they for sure didn't give up.
the Romans, they fade away through history. If you ask me, like at some point, someone just like gave up and just they were at the top of the world at some point, but then they were like, what happened to us?
Well,
The Roman Empire did collapse. That was
at
kind of a thing.
at some point, like in I don't know, in like 580 or something, maybe 400 and late, something like that. But
I remember that, I'm pretty sure.
they ended it, and well, it didn't end. It didn't end because there was all the there was a Byzantine Empire, the Byzantine. They were pretty cool, but it was just like that. It died along. It was old. It was cool. It was strong, but they kept killing each other, kept stabbing each other's back and poisoning each other, being a lot of bitches. They had great warriors and gladiators, but the leaders kept just killing each other. That's sad.
Yeah,
That's
kinda.
life, I guess.
And it's not life. It became a culture, and that's the problem because so many people practice these acts of betrayal and yes, just betrayal and drama and intricacy. So that at some point it just became culture. They grew up knowing that at some point you might
Okay,
be stabbed in the back,
yeah.
or you have to kill somebody who has the slight advantage over you. They were the slaves and the
think
common people actually had it better if you look at it at some point, the rights and the way they lived, because in the top there was always this pressure of either being killed or just never standing your ground and never stating any political uh,
yeah,
Yeah.
taking no political stance on anything.
exactly.
I think
So you're
Well,
saying the slaves
what you
had
mean.
simpler life, and therefore they were the
well,
lucky ones.
well, some of the slaves were actually directly intervened in these circumstances because they didn't kill each other by hand. They had their slaves do it and had their slaves take the blame for it and whatnot.
You know what?
The main
I'm gonna
point
say
is,
all slaves were not kind people. I'm just gonna say
no,
that.
it wasn't. But
But
sometimes you were
Well, that's
forced.
a different
but
argument, but yeah.
but for the sake of one isolated saga, there was one guy who wanted an epic battle and die in that battle, and those who were victorious would gain 3 bags of silver as a reward, and he would have an epic battle on the mountain. However, he was blind, and his slaves had to carry him around. Then, out of nowhere, all the silver was gone, and none of the slaves were left, and he's just laying there on the ground, bleeding almost half to death, like, "Where's my silver?"
Well, fuck him then.
No, he
Oh,
wanted an
yes.
honorable death, man. He just wanted to like have an epic battle and have fun, and then all that is ruined by his slaves.
You know what? This is pretty cool because right now, what you're saying, there is one particular law and universe I'm talking about right now, and it's actually the Sith law of the Star Wars universe. Because, as you
Oh,
know,
all
dead
right,
is
let's get into that.
dead is dead. Dead is rotting flesh in the ground. It doesn't matter what you were and what you used to be. Dead is dead. It's all about power and what you do while you're alive. Darth Bane, he was all about that shit, man.
But this is not
Yeah, yeah,
Star
but
Wars. This is life.
Dead is dead, and he's not wrong at that point. It
But
status.
he did not die. He just happened to be
He didn't
in.
die.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think? Have you heard? Have you heard the audiobook about Darth Bane? There's a trilogy.
No, I just listen to people who talk about him.
Well, you
And
should because
I know of it, but I've never actually gotten into any expanded universe or
you should.
legend stuff in Star Wars.
That's
I'm
the best part of
totally
Star
fascinated
Wars
by it.
actually is Old Republic and is expanded universe because
Oh yeah, for sure, Old Republic, man.
it
But
brings a whole other depth and darkness to what should be a really deep and dark story. Because as intended, when it was made back in the days, the old Star Wars, it was intended to be dark and deep and sinister, and really not a really good part of the galaxy to really not a good galaxy in general to be living in.
this is true. This is true. But let's be fair. It was also made so George Lucas could sell a lot of toys. That is a part of it. That
Well,
a big universe, to be like
Fran-
the epics
yes,
of his childhood, space war and such.
why
Yes,
is your audio increased,
true.
Palmy? God damn
There's a
it.
reason sorry,
Yeah,
is my audio
yeah,
peaking?
yeah. Audio is like increasing
I think it's
drastically.
fine.
Wait,
It's
what?
fine.
What happened? I
Like
didn't. I literally haven't moved.
Like,
Just because he's excited. That's the only thing. He's excited.
I
That's
think
it's
that
not
might be the
affecting.
point, but literally, as soon as he started talking about the Star Wars thing and being passionate, like his audio went like from
Then my
100% into 250, man.
I know. I'm more passionate about Star Wars than I knew myself. So that's a.
Well,
I apologize for this.
it should be. You should be excited talking about Star Wars because today
Yeah.
it's died along because there's really few like real old school fans left of Star Wars because most of the people, well, they watched this shit in the 70s, so they're getting they don't have time to dig deep into stuff like this. And the
No,
people like
no.
us from a generation afterwards who chose to dig deep in both the lore and the expanded universe, there of course there's quite a lot, but it's not a main topic, which is a shame because there's still a lot to be discussed. There's still a lot of things that could be expanded upon. There's still a lot of things that is unclear. All this Disney Mickey Mouse shit, I don't care too much about it.
Yeah.
I know it's an official canon and whatnot, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
really
They're the rights
really
holders, unfortunately.
it doesn't fit into the proper canon and the proper setting and the proper general feeling that is about this dark dark universe and really bleak sense of living in general because people the ways you've been shown how people live in these different on these different planets and realms and whatnot it's it's much more it's much more like a constant civil war throughout the thousands of years Star Wars has been going on, but I feel like Disney and, well, quite obviously, the whole film franchise failed to show this. They just show like with this more glorified space area where there are plenty of Jedi's and wizards to save your life, but in reality, it's really rather shitty galaxy they live in.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, all right, all right, all
And
right.
that and they've kind of brushed that under the rug, unfortunately.
They
Ever
did.
since the mouse got its little claws on the Star Wars franchise.
I was already
You
pissed
know,
off at the mouse for like canceling majority of the games that were already planned to be made. Like there was gonna be a
mm,
Darth Maul video game, there's gonna be a Boba Fett video game, and they both were cancelled at the same time. Like,
Oh, when they were bought out? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah, there was gonna be a Darth
Damn
Maul,
it.
like the Star Wars Force Unleashed Darth Maul game, and there was gonna be like a bounty hunter game where Boba Fett was like an optional character to play, and
Yeah, I heard about the bounty hunter one. That was canned
like they were like
when they
swapping
bought
between
it.
the ideas of like either creating your own bounty hunter or you gonna play as Boba Fett when he was younger, but like there was no definition on what type of character. But the only thing we had so far was like graphics and scenery and some gameplay and like not a full game, but they were planning on doing it. It was in like still in production, but problem was they just canceled it when Disney bought it all.
Yeah, man.
oh, yeah.
That blows, man.
I was really
That's
hyped about those games, and it almost destroyed my interest on playing games in general when that happened. Like, oh my god.
It's damn shame, man. Stupid. No. Corporate is today. Caskets.
But yeah, it's
But oh well.
it things happens, man. We can't control it. That's just the way of life, and life is just something. I don't know.
Find your source.
That is just something. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
No, 2021.
You know, it's really cool. It's really cool.
Hello, Michael.
It's just hello. Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
You
Yes.
you cut out for a bit there, but yeah, and now.
You know what's really cool?
What is cool?
Just to have something to talk about, point of life and way of living. Have you ever considered? It's going to be weird and it's going to be nerdy now. But have you ever considered the way that
For sure,
Madara
let's go for it.
chose to live his life?
Eh?
Madara,
Sorry, what?
Madara Uchiha.
Oh my god, we're gonna just say Madara Uchiha.
Oh wait, it cut out for
Naruto.
me. Both of you a little bit there. What are we talking about? Madara Uchiha? I like Naruto,
Yes,
but what?
Madara Uchiha. You don't know Madara, and well,
Oh,
that's a shame.
I've looked. I know all of Naruto, man. I'm caught up to
Like,
all through Shippuden. No worries.
I'm the
Infinite
only guy in
Tsukimi,
this group that has only watched the dubbed
Kakashi's our
version.
friend, but yeah,
So I'm like, so
you dub
what?
scrub.
Dub
Anyway,
scrub, you fucking submissive son of a bitch here.
I'm
Following
a
the...
supreme subber, thank you.
You're just a submissive sub that just wants to
even
listen
though
to sub
I have
because they told
Japanese
you it's the
words,
right
so I
way.
can pretty much watch
Heated
without them.
argument right over here, Michael.
You can't say. I need to cancel you right there because you can't say that because saying sub as an acronym for submissive is actually having a sexual agenda, which could have preposterous undertones, which could indeed lead to you to being prosecuted by law. So I need to stop you there.
Hey. As
Dude,
law, we're talking
okay.
about. Okay.
You said sub as in submissive, and that's not good, Atman.
Well-
Precisely.
Well,
So
submissive
have you
isn't just
seen-
sexual. It's actually.
I'm sorry.
It's just
it-
being
but
someone
no,
who
but-
is just agrees to things.
It's a
It's just
no-no
not
word.
sexual.
You
It's
made
not
a
pure
no-no
sexual. It's just it's life that made it sexual. That's what it happened.
The more eager you get, the less I believe you.
Name it. Frankly,
I
why
will
would you
say
be
this:
be
that
angry?
submissive is someone who just
That's true.
follow whatever someone says to them because they are not dominant and they are not
Do you
determined.
feel? I need to ask Palmy. Do you feel attacked and subjugated by his male gaze?
I certainly do. That
Family,
was
shut the hell up, you goddamn son of a bitch.
calling me a sub, clearly a shortening for submissive, as you pointed out, not for subtitles. That was
No.
clearly the ill intent on his part.
Yes.
I feel attacked.
He did it
Yes.
he did quite purposely. He did it. And two,
I feel
Be
like
perfectly-
Michael's just
be
breaking my balls
perfectly
right over
candid.
here, and
I think he should be in jail for the rest of his life.
Nothing less. Nothing less. Yes.
Nothing less.
I thought I was among dudes and not women.
That's how dare you genderfy me?
Exactly. Hey, that's another. He's doing it again. You seen this?
Doing it again.
No. Putting gender roles, man. It's
What are you doing? This is 2021. How dare you? Pursuing
I
to
dare
be-
because I decided to
anything
start a
else
rebellion
than what I
as a
want to
man amongst men.
And there you go again, throwing the M word.
What is
Damn
the
it.
M word, huh? It's just me.
Man, that could be triggering.
Man, is that's triggering. Man, I wish I was a man. Among men.
It should
Man.
not be human.
You know it,
It should be
man.
You people. Pupil.
exactly. Again,
People.
gentlemen and ladies work together, huh?
Well,
how's that?
Gentlemen, you used a man in a sentence. Therefore, you're wicked and hypocritical, and you deserve to be executed on the spot by an axe-driven maniac.
Yeah, okay. I think that's kind of outside of the law.
And crucified.
I don't think we have maniacs on payroll.
Gentlemen.
Hey,
yeah,
I am a
exactly.
gentleman with a vulgar vocabulary.
Well, you are indeed a criminal, and
No.
therefore a criminal cannot deem another criminal. So therefore, I stand again above the law, above you, as God and man and king.
You know what? Fuck the king.
I
Fuck the
think that
gods.
makes sense.
I'm going to stand up for my right as a human being to be heard and listened to. I will not be silent by this feminist activism. And I am a man. And I'm proud.
I'm not. This is not a feminine activism. I'm not a feminine. How dare you?
I never said you're feminine.
enough.
I said feminist.
Well, yeah, I know what you said, but I'm not a feminine.
Well,
Exactly.
do you not support female equality?
I do not support equality whatsoever. I do believe in complete imperialism. That one man
Oh,
or woman
see.
or leader should stand above all and delegate different jobs and titles to
You
people.
are a
and
bigger
those who do-
rebel than anyone I don't know, and you're saying this nonsense of all the people.
No, because what you fail to understand is
Fail
that,
to what now? Come on.
what you fail to understand is that I need to be the leader of this empire.
You are not a
don't-
leader. You're the co-host.
Okay, well.
Get over yourself.
Yeah. Man,
And just once that I have complete control of every damn continent and nation in this damn world. That is when I know there can be only true peace.
What piece is that?
Okay.
Tell me.
Peace is that free will is a lie. People are sheep that needs to be heard.
You know what? I think
I
money
shall
is
be-
an illusion.
And I shall be that sheep herd. And I shall guide you towards the light, which is the way of me.
First,
Michael.
ban money, and shut down all the
don't-
banks, and
I don't plan
tell
to ban
people
money.
that money is fake money.
Money is fake.
Money
Have
is
you
fake.
watched too much? Have you watched Zeitgeist lately?
No.
Sounds like you have.
No. I just thought of it about myself. I just discovered on my own, in my own mind, where I just thought, hey, money is useless. It is a fake reality. I think all the money is doing is to give people meaning in life. But once Earth is destroyed and no one is here to witness the money, all the time and effort that they made.
money.
Actually, yeah, I could get on board with that, the whole destruction of the earth thing, because you know this feeling where you just sit by yourself and you read the news and you just know how the world works, and you look up and you thank God or whatever you believe in that it's good that you do not have the power to just end it all, because then you would be snapping your fingers real quick, like. Bye.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
God,
Yeah. I think I would bet everything, and I don't know. Okay, I think like Icelandic currency, like a trillion.
Damn.
I'm totally
That
So
right now,
2 billion
you're
Icelandics is like one
Right.
Danish. I'm pretty sure
Right.
that's the exchange rate. Okay.
What-
Anyway.
which is like I think you're like 10 above us. And I was in a store today, and I saw the price tags of Icelandic and on Danish, and you were like tenfold or something, nearly. So it was like
Yeah.
129 Danish, and it was something like a couple of maybe some thousand Icelandic or maybe more.
well, if it'll
Like-
be 140 Danish kroner, then it'll be. I don't know. Last time I checked on Danish kroner, they were like 20 times more.
Yeah, see, what's with your currency? Let's talk about that for a sec.
It's random because sometimes our government. No, if we talk about currency, we're talking about politics, Michael.
No, we can't. Not necessarily. We can just laugh at how absurdly high our currency is.
No,
And
our
let-
currency
into-
sucked since I was a kid, man. Since you were a kid too, tell me.
Let Helmy
And we were all
dictate.
children, yes.
I think we should let Helmy dictate this conversation, because he is how's to say the less not enthusiastic but energetic, because he's been speaking less, I've noticed.
He had.
Well,
Yeah, I'm just. I just am trying to Sure, and I get in when I can. You guys seem more fired up about
So
this
okay,
stuff.
Palmy, you get.
Try to
I'm
be
sorry, I
the
didn't consider your
be the
feelings, and I
in the
think you should
sandwich.
talk too.
No problem, no problem. I mean, I'll throw myself in there if I have something to say. I'll try
But
to squeeze myself in there.
but Mike, what did you want Palmy to talk about?
Uh, how obscure the Icelandic currency truly is.
All right, Palmy, can you
Uh,
talk about the
exactly.
Icelandic
Just,
currency without talking about politics?
I like it because the be- because it's comparable to the Japanese yen. How about that one?
That's beautiful. I like that. I like Japan.
Exactly.
Like
Who
we
doesn't love
we
that?
we
And
could have
being
talked about
similar to that,
Japan
and
and weeaboo stuff, but
Speaking,
no, we had to talk about politics and religion.
yeah, but this is but pretty much. But this is the connecting tissue.
I'm sorry.
Our currency, the comparison. This is the
I'm sorry.
segue.
I'm sorry, Adler. Did you want to? You really wanted to talk about being like dweeby shit, like anime and stuff like that. You wanted to talk about that, right?
Well, I feel like we could have talked about like I don't know stuff
Good. I
like
have a lot of actually. I have a lot of games that I would like to talk about, but
all right,
it
name
seems
one
like
of them right now.
as he said, it feels like the connecting
Yeah,
tissue
yeah.
right here is difference in politics and difference in country, and I'm very sorry, but
Exa-
it's kind of what we have been talking about.
But yeah, but we
Pretty
could have
much.
just jumped straight into the anime stuff. We didn't need to have it like talk about politics and
Fine.
religions
The
and everything.
latest the latest anime I've watched
All right.
is a show called I'm Standing on a Million Lives. Have you seen that?
Nope.
So you
Standing on a
have
million lives.
That sounds like a title Palmy would look at because he likes obscure animes.
It's not obscure. I don't really like it. It's more like
Oh, okay.
it's a guilty anime. The more obscure ones I've watched is I don't know what you call it. Something about revenge, about this kid who is born into another world and he's born as a healer and he goes back in time when he's a healer and knows what he's gonna do and he just torments and tortures and kills and rapes everybody and it's horrible.
What the hell are you talking about
The
obscurity?
whole-
That
whole
just sounds like a somewhat wild porn life. Porn
It's
dream
not.
went.
It's not. No, it was. I don't. I don't. I
It goes
don't. I don't. I
so-
do not. As I want to state this right now, even though there's nothing wrong with watching stuff like that, I do not and have not and will not watch animated pornography because I do so enjoy the true forms, real life experience.
Well, I'm the complete opposite.
I
Those
think
I like animated pornography. I'll tell you that right here,
Of
right
course you
now.
do.
go.
Like
Go on.
I'll tell you this right here, right now. Whenever I try to look at porn in the old days, each and every time they were always looking angry. Those women were angry.
Furious of actresses doing the deed.
Like I could not hear them like grunting a little. I'm thinking, are they pissed at this guy being inside of them?
This is not a very healthy.
Are they
working
unhappy
relationship.
with their life? Do they want to live in a different life? Is this what they want? If they're not, I don't want to watch this. And then you watch cartoon, and like they have no emotions. This is just perfect. They just look nice.
I can't
Yeah.
help feeling that my dear cousin, might have an unhealthy opinion about the female body.
No, I
Since
can look at a female body, but if I know I'm not gonna have
Don't
any,
sound like this.
if I'm not gonna be in a relationship with her, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have wet dreams about this girl.
So what you're saying is that
You know.
you're only thinking about women sexually when they are animated.
No,
because that's
I
a
only
red
think
flag.
about women sexually if I'm in a relationship with them, but if not, then I have to find a substitute for that, and that's
Hey, let me ask: how many relationships have you been in?
okay. On one,
One. So there's only been one.
there's only been one,
One.
and she rejected me because she wanted to become a boy.
Well,
Oh yeah, it was that one. That was
Yeah,
an
that's that one.
interesting one.
And each and every time I go to like a dating site or whatever, I end up with meeting a bunch of bots. Bots are like the worst thing of all time. Like they
how about going, as I've said, for like 10 years, and I know this for a fact, I've said this for 10 years, how about going with your dear old cousin for a night in the city?
well,
I'm
But
gonna find you.
to be fair, last time we could have met each other, you bailed
Bingo.
on me
Some-
for a vacation with workers. So
Yes, I was in this. I got a paid vacation in Greece. Don't hate me for that. That was
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, and you call me spoiled over here. I have never been to Greece. You call me spoiled. You call me spoiled. I never went to Greece. I know the only
have to
location
work.
I've been is Tenerife and Denmark.
Tenerife. You say that's like the that's one of the pinnacles for spoiled children to go to.
Yes. I was 11-year-old and I had no freedom
you're
whatsoever.
Oh, talking about freedom. You don't need freedom. You need
Yeah.
I remember you when you were 11. You didn't need freedom. You needed education.
No. I had all the education. I broke the town's record, damn it. In mathematics.
Which town?
Steak home.
A backwaters Icelandic.
I could have actually gotten 10 in that
swamp.
exam, but I decided not to take it because I did not want the attention.
I am in the best of math in a city in the backwaters of Iceland where there's only
Like I
farmers
said,
and-
I could have gotten 10, but I skipped a question intentionally because I
It's
didn't
like-
want attention.
What you're doing right now is what the old priests and bishops used to do.
What are you
back in
talking
the
about?
old
What are you
days.
talking about?
And what you're doing right now is like, I've no Latin, and people were like, yeah, you know Latin. I can read. That's because everything is in Latin. Yes,
No,
and because you
but
can't read, you're stupid.
Michael, if I'm such a waterbags dumbass, how come I got
Was the
the reward of most hard-working student of all time in my class and other classes?
We have those in Denmark too. We give them to special needs children.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you very
ouch.
much. Our homeroom teacher told me that she gave her daughter that, and see, we're not special. I'm not special. Fuck you, Michael. You piece of shit. Ruining my special day over here.
That's a bit.
I
Special day isn't
goddamn took over my
man.
teacher, damn it. I took over my teacher's class when she went outside to go do something. Outside from teaching her fellow students. Hell, even my English teacher just said, Arner, I'm going out for a smoke. Here, take over the class for me. Arner, like,
You know what? They also did that in my school years. And that was kind of cool. But you know who also did that
what?
back in my school? I had a Danish teacher,
Yeah.
which is the equivalent of an Icelandic teacher, a grammar teacher.
What are you insulting an Icelandic teacher right now?
No, of
You
course
are
not.
It is justified.
No. But she said the same thing. I'm going out for a second, and she gave the thing to her. Some dude who was her boyfriend. And the point is that it doesn't matter that the teacher gave you the thing to go out and have a smoke. That's because teachers hate their jobs. Because teaching is shit.
No, this dude really loved his teaching. He had a speech about it that he loves teaching. That's his shit. Out of all the teachers, he had a speech about how much he loved teaching when he was a boy. Like, that dude had
So what
passion.
you're doing, you don't like me calling you special, but you are special, my dear
How
cousin.
am I special, Michael? Tell me, how am I special? I'm a retarded special, a special human being.
You're special to me.
You fucking piece of shit. You
He got you there, man.
Pally, don't say "ah" to him. He's obviously insulting me.
Slam dunk. No, but okay. No, it's wholesome. This is a
I like the
wholesome
fact that two
movement
of the
here.
closest friends I'm
Between
having right over
brethren.
here are
Yes.
willing to insult my intelligence and belittle me and
No. Well,
insulting my greatest
was pretty-
achievements and just like I at least achieved something.
I've seen a lot of things.
Tell me what you achieved, Michael, aside from sex and being known as the bottle can opener.
Well, yeah. What minute achievements compared to my mathematics competition?
You know I'm salty when I bring that
Bottle?
shit up, Michael. You
Great.
know I'm salty.
Yeah, yeah, figured.
Well, okay. I can start in the low one. I am the European master of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
That's nothing.
That's
That's just
That's
time
something.
and dedication.
well,
Is it just any thing you
Like-
do?
okay, fine.
I think that
My
takes
latest
effort.
at
Yeah.
my exams, actually, at my exams this year, I my final work was a complete assignment with a hypothesis and practical matter and establishment of a functional company with economical background and everything in order. So it was all about social
Yeah,
media and creating a company, a fictional company, but with the background, the economical background for it to stand. So, anywho,
yeah.
that's what I did. I did that, and I graduated not only with at the top of my class. I am a straight A student. My assignment was so good that my teacher later, with a formal letter and question, asked for my permission to share my piece of work, my final exam, to further educate other people taking the same exam as I did.
Yowza.
Michael,
Yes.
why haven't you said that
Actually pretty
before?
impressive.
I just want to say I'm proud of you, buddy. Like I've always said to every single one in our family,
nice.
that you could end up as somebody. When everyone told me you were the black sheep. And I said, no, I believe in
racist.
Michael. And he could end up somewhere. I trusted him. I even trusted you backing me up at work. And I just want to hug you right now, but we can't because of COVID.
Well, we could have hugged because I am. I haven't been vaccinated yet, but I'm getting tested recently, and just today I got tested, and guess what?
What?
I don't have COVID.
Oh,
Hooray.
baby!
Excellent.
But too bad, Iceland is in the red zone, and I highly doubt that someone will allow me to go somewhere.
No, because it doesn't matter. But it was. I have my accomplishment, and the other accomplishment is it's getting rather easy. I'm gonna marry the girl I love.
Yeah,
Yeah, Matt.
yeah, and imagine that.
That.
I still remember this day when she sent you that text, and you told me, "Oh, it's my ex."
Well, yeah, okay.
She wants me to
know
hang out with her. It's okay if we can hang out together. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, why not? And then it's like, hey, bro, can you also drive my sister? She also wants to go to GameStop.
Well, it's a good day. That's when you bought me my PlayStation.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, it's your birthday soon, isn't it? Yeah, in like a month. I'm gonna buy you a PlayStation. No.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't buy me a PlayStation.
You
can
can't
buy me
say
something
that I'm a
else.
spoiled brat when I always treat people as my equals.
No, because I said I don't want you to buy a PlayStation. I can buy my own PlayStation. I want to give you a gift, and then you bought me for like, I don't know, 700 Danish kroner worth of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So
Yeah.
that's what's that in Icelandic? That's like I don't know,
I believe
15,
like
20,000.
50,000.
50,000. Yes, at 50,000 worth of Icelandic, a Yu-Gi-Oh gear he bought me.
Yeah.
Because he asked me, do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? I played it 10 years ago. Do you know the rules? I can learn. Fine. And he bought me cards, and we played that whole night. You remember? We drank that whole bottle of rum, and
yeah.
we played a lot.
I remember
Oh,
that.
that's nice.
I remember that we were pissed drunk, and I even like how you say, I didn't even attack on me. I just pulled up a legendary duelist set and like we're gonna play this over here.
Yes, and no, we had the you remember we had the things you bought, and we went home to my mom,
Yeah.
and we got my old decks, the decks from like 2008,
Yeah.
the decks I had there. I had a lot of bunch of cards, like the vampire. I had vampire cards. And
Oh
stuff
yeah, and
like
then you
that.
tried a Roma vampire combination.
I loved it. Oh, it was a great fun.